All right. Okay. I think we're good. All right. I've been trying to shoot these videos. I'm using a tablet this time around. So, maybe I'll get like some better quality or just better anything. I don't know. Okay. So, part two of Tesla Cyberquad. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about what's going on here. Oh, this is like the bracket. You can see this? Yeah, the bracket for the little charge port thing, which is something I'm going to talk about here. So, shout out to Brian Flores. I think that's his name. So he's got a YouTube channel. He hacked around and figured this out. And see, I'm kind of like a, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Just learn from those who already did it type of dude. So you know, I went ahead and just followed his method on this, and this should be a pretty straightforward swap. So here's what we got. We've got the motor wire right here. So here's the motor plug, and this is an overvolt or a heat. I think it's a heat detection, right? Thermal heat. So if it detects the motor like getting hot, then it'll shut off. It'll shut off on the controller if it has this feature. If it doesn't, all the best to you. This right here is the switch right here. So to go from speed 1 to speed 2, this is the switch or the cable for that. I'm trying to see, make sure I'm getting this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's the cable for that. This is the brake light cable. Okay, and this is the on-off switch. All right, and so these are the wires that basically deal with the back end of this right here. And then on the front, we have we have our throttle, we have our brake, we have the front light, and we have the forward and reverse switch, right? So that red and yellow, that's this right here. Okay, so on electricscooterparts.com, again, shout out to Brian Flores. Put the links in there to get everything. So it's a pretty straightforward and easy wire up. So this will be fairly simple. Oh, one last thing I need to have the customer do is get a new charge port. Now, this is interesting. The controller that originally came on this thing, the charge port is on the controller. That's crazy. So you have to get like a separate one. And what it does is it slots into, this is the battery and it's a port. And so what it does is it slots into the negative and positive terminals right here. And then there's a wire that goes out, and then it has a CNX. This is a CNX connector, and it plugs into the battery plug, CNX plug on the controller. So that's the last part I got to have the customer get. Then we'll put it all together, and it will be done. Okay. Now, I do want to. There was some comments from the first video I did. People were talking about it's kind of like just like it's a a jazzed up Power Wheels, and I'm like, yeah, it is. But then there was also some suggestions about modding it, and so I think what I'll do is after I get the repair done, I want to talk mods. I'm gonna look into some stuff. I've seen some guys that have already done some crazy shit already. So we're just literally just talking about a brushless motor, right? Chain it up with a controller, and we'd have to try to figure out where to see. Okay, there's hella room down there for a big ass battery. So I don't know. I'm my brain's kind of going. I'm thinking 48. You go 48 volt on this, and you can like rip up the streets a little bit. So okay, so that is that for part two of Project Tesla Cyberquad. I got some more videos I'm going to go ahead and shoot right after this one with some other projects, but I needed to get the update on this one first. So there you go. Video 2. We've assessed everything. Again, shout out to Brian Flores. I will put a link in the comments on this to his video where he breaks this down. And it's actually, the video is it's hilarious. He's funny. He's a funny dude. So do you guys want to check it out? But then I'll also show you the results of what we got when we finish it. And with that, we are out. Peace.